What the hell is going here, guys? I'm a Liverpool fan, but I can no longer recognize my club because tell me why. All of a sudden, we are interested in Alexander Isak because this came straight away from Fabrizio Romano that understand Alexander Isak remains a target for Liverpool even after signing Ekitike, but depends on Newcastle. If Newcastle open doors to an exit and Liverpool sell Diaz, they can bid after direct contact made 10 days ago. Isak, not in concrete talks with Ali Lal so far. Personally, I believe that Isak doesn't want to move from Europe yet. So let's try and explore the options that Alexander Isak has. First of all, the team that I think right now they can compete with Liverpool in Europe is Chelsea, because Chelsea, they have just got a lot of money from the Club World Cup. But again, they got Joao Pedro and they also have a deal up, and they are also struggling to sell Nicholas Jackson. So I'm not sure if Chelsea are willing to go for Alexander Isak, and that's the only competitor, because come on, Arsenal cannot convince Isak to go there because they have already got Gyökeres, and me and you, we know that Gyökeres is ahead of Alexander Isak if they are to compete. And if you go to Manchester United, they don't have UEFA Champions League football, so that is not even a discussion. Manchester City, they have Haaland and Mamouche. Clearly is out of bound there. Tottenham, I don't think Tottenham can afford that 130 pounds, 130 million pounds for Isak. Real Madrid, they have Mbappe, who's is a better goal scorer than Isak. Barcelona, they have Lewandowski. They've just added Rashford, and even at that, Barcelona, they're not in a position to go for Isak with that price tag. That is the Bayern Munich. They have Hurricane there, so that is a PSG. Maybe PSG also is a threat, but personally, I'm just confused because Alexander Isak is also a Liverpool fan, and personally, I believe that we are in the driving seat for this target. So let's wait and see what this deal will turn into. But this must be good to feel. This must be a good transfer as a Liverpool fan. And let's try and take a look at this formation, or what we can do, because we have just signed a Ekitike. So let's try and dive in here. So I've seen this lineup. That is that forward line. Let's try and explore it. That is Ekitike on the left wing, Isak on the striker position, and Mohamed Salah on the right wing. But personally, I want to believe that if we sign that is Alexander Isak, I believe that still Gakpo will start on the left wing, and that is Ekitike might just be a substitute for Alexander Isak on the bench. That's what I believe, because I'm not 100% sure if starting Ekitike on the left wing will be a good idea. And for you Newcastle fans, you cannot blame us, because clearly we were just reasonable with you guys. We told you 10 days ago that give us between Isak and Ekitike, and you guys told us very clearly that Alexander Isak is not for sale. And from our point of view, we thought that you guys had agreed with Alexander Isak, but it seems that you guys did not make an agreement with Alexander Isak, because right now Alexander Isak is asking for 300,000 pounds a week. That is a salary, and I believe that Newcastle, they are not in a position to offer such, and that's why you see that Newcastle right now, they can sell Alexander Isak and go for another top striker, and that means that the only or the first or the top target for Alexander Isak is Liverpool, because he's a Liverpool fan, and of course you know that Liverpool is a bigger club and it can be better there. So clearly, if you guys lose both Ekitike and Alexander Isak, it is not our fault. It is you that make this decision, because you clearly did not want us to get Isak. So you guys cannot blame us. This is your own doing. So Premier League clubs and Isak, you better pray that we don't get Isak, because if we get this Isak, this one will be a wrap for the rest of the Premier League clubs in this Premier League, because this guy is just too good. So that's all about this Isak thing. Let's wait and see what will progress in the coming days, if actually Newcastle will be willing to sell to us.